Time now for Futures in Focus. A Bitcoin breakout, the world's #1 digital currency, having its biggest rally in more than a month yesterday. It hit the psychologically significant $7,000 mark. That's despite the SEC's rejection of 9 Bitcoin ETFs last week. Joining us with more, Phil Streible, joining us now live. Phil, I guess we'll start with Bitcoin here. Give me some sense as to what folks are thinking about with regard to its trajectory.
Well, I mean, if you look, this short covering rally started really last week. We're up about 10, 11% on the week here. But, over the bigger picture, I mean, Bitcoin is down about 60% over the year. So it's got a long ways to go to get back up to that $20,000 level. Now, it has been a result of those rejections of that ETF. That's the reason why we continue to sell off here. But as we get closer to working out some of the bugs, now remember, it's being rejected because there's a lot of concern about hackings, market manipulation, and just outright fraud in some of the smaller, coins that are out there. So as soon as some of those bugs can be worked out, we should see that short covering rally continue to move on. And really that next psychological level of $10,000 could be just right around the corner.
Okay, let's turn to oil real quick. We just had a relatively bullish report out of the EIA. I mean, it looks like a lot of the fears about inventories rising didn't really come true here. Saw some decent drawdowns. What are you seeing over there?
Well, I mean, we're coming into the end of the driving season, so I'd expect another drawdown probably in the next week here. What you really want to look out for going forward is when those sanctions with Iran come into play on November 4th. Iran's exports have already dropped from about 2.3 million barrels per day down to about 1.5. So longer-term ramifications could be in play. Look at last May when we had announced that we were going to pull out of that nuclear deal with Iran, and those sanctions are going to go into play. We saw oil prices go up from about $64 on up to $70. So we may see an extension move upwards to about $75 coming into the end of November.